Assalamu alaikum, grade 5. How are you all? Welcome to math class for today, rotating shapes. We are going to learn how can we explain the meaning of the word rotation, rotate shapes by 90 degrees, clockwise and anti-clockwise. Before we start, let's think together. What do all of these shapes have in common? We have three things. What they have in common? What do you think? Good, all of them circles, and they are rotating. Yes, good. Now, before we start, just let's remember what is the meaning of clockwise and anti-clockwise. The difference is the direction. There are two directions. The first one clockwise, and this is with the clock 12, 1, 2, 3, and this is the clockwise. Clockwise, it's to the right side. Anti-clockwise, this is anti-clockwise, and it is to the left side. So clockwise, right to left, anti-clockwise, left to right. And here, this is in picture. Let's compare between clockwise and anti-clockwise. For today, we are caring about 90 degree rotating. So let's check the picture. This is clockwise. Observe, it is from right to left. This is 90 degree clockwise. Okay, so 90 degree, you remember this is the right angle, it's like L shape. And here also these shapes, if we rotating by 90 degrees, so we have to move it like L. Now anti-clockwise, we say it's from left to right. Is it correct? Yes. See, this is from the left side going to the right side. This is the 90 degree anti-clockwise. And here, this shape we rotate, or this car, sorry, the yellow car, we rotate it 90 degree anti-clockwise. So this is go like L shape to the left side. Rotation. This is our lesson. What do this word mean? Rotation is to turn a shape about a fixed point. So we are turn the shape. We need three things to rotate any object. The first thing, we have to know the direction of the rotation. So we want to rotate it clockwise or anti-clockwise? We want to move this shape or to turn it to right, clockwise, or to left, anti-clockwise. Now, the second thing, we need to know it, the angle. And I say that today we are going to study or to learn only the 90 degree rotation. So, 90 degree, we want to know this 90 degree anti-clockwise or clockwise. And the last thing, we want to know it, that the fixed point, we want to turn it or to rotate it around it. And for today also, we will learn only about the origin point. Do you remember grade 5, the origin point? Who can tell me what is the origin point? Good. This is 0 and 0, whereas the x-axis and y-axis meet. This is the origin point. So, to know or to do or to rotate any object, we have to know three things. The first thing, the direction, clockwise or anti-clockwise. The second thing, the angle, and for today it's only 90. The third thing, the fixed point or the center of rotation, and for today this is only the origin point. Now let's start to learn how can we rotate shapes. First, we will study how can we rotate it 90 degree clockwise. All of you here, look at point M. What's the coordinate for M? Excellent, -3 and 2. It's written. We want to rotate point M around the origin 90 degree clockwise. First of all, grade 5, clockwise means to the right. Excellent. So we want to measure 90 degree and draw it to the right. Then we plot the new dot, the images of M or the rotated M. This is M prime. And what is the coordinate of M prime? 3, 2. Good. So this is M prime. It's the images of M. And here, grade 5, we are going to learn the rule to rotate any shape 90 degree clockwise around the origin. Before we start, let's remember to describe any point at the coordinate plane. We use the formula x, y. And who can remind me, x represent what? Excellent, the points on the horizontal or the x-axis. And y represent what? Yes, good. How many steps we have to go up and down? So this is vertical y-axis. Now, what we will do with y and x when we rotate this point? You have to tell me. Look at point M. And what's the coordinate of M? -2 and 3. And now check prime M. It's 3 and 2. So what we do here? Before 2, 3, after 3, 2. Excellent. We change the places of x and y. Good. This is the first step. And now the second one. We have another change. Good. 2, it was minus before, and after it is positive. So we change the sign of x. Good. So now the rule, x and y. After rotation, it will be y and -x. I want to tell you a trick. How can you remember which one of x and y we have to change the sign? Remember, grade 5, we are talking about clockwise, and clockwise means to the right. So if we check y and -x, which one to the right side? It's x. Excellent. So here we have to change the sign of x. Now, let's learn this example together. We have shape with points T, 1 and -3, U, 5, -5, V, 3, -3, W, 5, -1. And we want to rotate this shape 90 degree clockwise. Now, the first step, we have to remember the rule. 90 degree clockwise, so any point xy, it will be y and minus x. So first change the places of x and y, then we change the sign of x. Now the second step, we use the rule up to apply it on the points we have it, or the corners. The first one, it's t. T, it is 1 and minus 3. Now change the sign of change the places of x and y. It will be minus 3 and 1. Good. Then change the sign of x. 1 will be minus 1, so this is t prime, or t after rotation. It's minus 3 and minus 1. Now u, it is 5 and minus 5. We want to do rotation, so we have to change the places of x and y. So it will be minus 5 and 5. Now change the sign of x, minus 5, and we do that with all the points. After that, and the last step, just we draw these new points on the coordinate grid and match between the points, and this is the rotated shape, the green one. And here we have another example, and I need your help to solve it together. We have this triangle in the second quadrant, and its corners A, B, C. We want to rotate this triangle 90 degree clockwise about the origin. So now we know all the information we needed to do the rotation. We know the direction, it is clockwise, the degree, it's 90 degree, and the fixed point, it's the origin. So we will use the rule, we just learned it now. X, y, it will be y minus x. Let's check the points. The first point, it's A. Who can tell me the coordinates for A? We count how many squares or how many units. This is in the second quadrant, so remember x is minus, so this will be minus 8 and 2. Good. Now B, what's the coordinate of B? Minus 8 and 8. Excellent. And for C, minus 5 and 2. Good. Now we want to rotate these points. Let's work on A first. A, it is minus 8 and 2. To rotate it, we first have to change the places of x and y, so it will be 2 and minus 8. After that, change the sign of x. So 2 and minus 8, change the sign of it, it will be 8. So the new point, it's 2 and 8. For B, it's minus 8 and 8. Change the places of x and y, it will be 8 and minus 8. Change the sign of x, this give us 8 and 8. C, minus 5, 2. Change the places of x and y, 2 minus 5. Change the sign of x, 2 and 5. Excellent. After that, we plot the new dots. Then we match between these dots, and this is the rotated triangle. Here also we have another example. You can see this triangle, and we want to rotate it 90 degree clockwise around the origin. So same rule, 1 and 8, it will be what? 8 and 1, change the sign of x, so 8 and minus 1. 4 and 6, change the places, 6 and minus 4. Excellent. 1 and 2, change the places, 2 and 1, change the sign of x, 2 and minus 1. And we draw the new dots, then we match between these dots, and this is the rotated triangle. Now grade 5, let's learn how can we rotate any point 90 degree anti-clockwise. Anti-clockwise means to the left side. Good. So now we want to move to the left, not to the right. Observe M here. We move it 90 degree to the left, and this is give us prime M. Prime M, this is the image of M after rotation. Now let's learn the new rule for anti-clockwise. Let's say something in grade 5 that we will use the same rule. X and Y, we will change the places of X and Y, so it will be Y and X. But now, which one we have to change the sign of it? X or Y? Anti-clockwise means to the left, and to the left means we have to change the sign of Y. So X and Y, it will be minus Y and X. So here we will not change the sign of X, no, we will change the sign of Y. Let's do this example together. We have this triangle with the corners F minus 4 minus 2, G minus 2 minus 2, H minus 3 and 1. We want to rotate this triangle 90 degree anti-clockwise and draw it after rotation. So the first step, remember the rule, this is anti-clockwise, so it will be minus Y and X. Step 2, we have to apply this rule to rotate our vertices, and here let's apply the rule. Point F minus 4 minus 2. Let's change the places. It will be minus 2 minus 4. Change the sign of Y, so minus 2, 2, and this is 2 and minus 4. G, it's minus 2 minus 2. Change the places, minus 2 minus 2, same. And now change the sign of Y, this is give us 2 and minus 2. H, we do the same. And after that we plot the new dots and we draw our rotated triangle. This is the green one. This is another example. Same triangle, you remember this? When we rotated 90 degree clockwise, now we want to do same but anti-clockwise. The rule here is different. X, Y, it will be minus Y and X. Now let's work on the points 4 and 6. Change the places, 6 and 4. Change the sign of Y, so minus 6 and 4. for 1 and 2. Change the places, it will be 2 and 1. Change the sign of y, minus 2 and 1. 1 and 8. Change the places of x and y, it is 8 and 1. Then change the sign of y, it will be minus 8 and 1. After that, plot the dot and match between them. This is the rotated triangle. Observe grade 5. Here we move it to the left side because we are rotating anti-clockwise. Now this is your turn. I want you to pause the video, try to solve this one, and after that you can check your answers.